Hey guys, hope you're all well. Right, Monday morning, back on the GS. I've sort of had the weekend off. I were organising sort of the next bits on this bike yesterday, in between a few visitors, which was good to catch up with a few people. Saturday, I went out on a day out, which had been organised for quite a while, so I weren't going to give that up. So yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed that. And there's a couple of videos coming soon on that. I've actually edited the first one, so that will come in somewhere in the week in between things. But first, I thought we'd have a little catch up with this. I did actually do a tiny little mention of the GS in the video when I was going out Saturday, so ignore that when that video comes out. So I'm about to do it now. So yeah, we got the forks back. As you can see, they look fantastic, and as you can see, they are built and in. So yes, we had a bit of a delay on them, but the guy is just snowed under with work and he's struggling to keep up with it all, and he's at that sort of stage where he could perhaps really do with employing somebody, but then you've got the extra cost and training and all that to think about, which also slows you down when you're showing someone the ropes of the job. So he's in a bit of a catch-22, to be honest with you, but he's trying his best to plod through the work. He's there on his own. He's answering trying to answer the phones and messages and things like that, and he's just buried, and he seemed quite stressed out. So I'm glad I didn't apply any more pressure to him, because as I said before in the previous videos, people constantly leaning on you can just tip you over the edge. But we've got him back, and he's done a marvellous job. All the pitting's gone, obviously, and they look tip top. I'm really pleased with them. So that's job done on that. So today I'm sorting the front wheel out, getting the new bearings in, the front wheel's there. So yeah, I'm getting the new bearings in, and I've also got to make a spacer because we've no longer got a speedo drive there. So I've got to do something that takes place of that, which is got all the correct spacing, obviously. So I'm going to do that today and try and get the front wheel in and get this thing on the ground, so we can sort the exhaust pipe out. Got a tiny bit of welding to do on the exhaust, not much. So I'm going to get all that done. So hopefully by the end of today, we've got front wheel in, bike sat on the ground, and we've put the exhaust pipe on. I've still got a couple of little things like the bottom engine bolts. I've got to put them in. I'm going to do that before we do get it on the ground. I've got to put the side stand on, obviously, so I need to stand it up. And then tomorrow I am going to collect the tank and everything, which I'm quite excited about. So yeah, this week, plodding all through the little tiny jobs on this bike, sort of snagging everything up, and we should have a complete bike. Happy. And hopefully it's all going to behave itself. There's not too much messing about with the carburetors, and we can get out and have a ride on it, make sure everything's okay, and then basically it's in the back of the van and off it goes. Fingers crossed, everybody. Everything from now on goes all nice and smoothly, and we don't have any more issues. I have got a confession to make, which is quite stupid on my part. I will completely own up to it. It's quite funny. You'll probably find it quite funny because it's a bit daft. But it's me. Don't be surprised. It's me. So, my confession. Going back to the electric box, the Sparky box. Let's get that. Let's get the one that I put on and then took off. Oh, Blue's here, look. Say hello, Blue. Blue, look, Blue's hanging around. They're empty, mate. You and Bogey had them all day yesterday and today. They're now all gone, look. You can check it out for yourself. Yeah, sorry. Look at the disappointment. He's looking at the bag. Then, oh dear, mate, they're empty. What's gone on? They're all in here. They're all in there, mate. Oh, we'll have to get you some more. I think you've got some more different ones down the house. You have. Go and beg down there. You've emptied out up here. Right, where was I? So, back to the electric box, the Sparky box. So, as you know, I couldn't understand what was going on with this one, with these plugs and the 2-wire when it should have been 4. So, oh, he's took the packet now. He's ran off. That'll be shredded all over the garden now for the lawnmower to pick up. Yeah. As this box was basically sitting on the side with all the other bits with this GS, so I automatically thought it was for this bike. That's why I fitted it. And after I put that video out, the guy who had the bike off contacted me and was pretty damn sure that this was not on that bike. This was after I went round my friend's house and found that one that was correct and obviously fitted it all in. So that got me thinking then, well, that's strange, because I have never ever had another Suzuki, because it was Suzuki, it actually had the remnants of a label on here with Suzuki on. I have never had another Suzuki apart from the turbo bike, which I've got the box for. It's still connected to the harness because I did fish all that out just to eliminate everything. So yeah, I have no clue where this has come from. As far as I am aware and can remember, I've never had another Suzuki in here. I know I've had that little black GS in here, but I've never had anything off that to do with the electrics, ever. So I just can't think where this has come from. So obviously that got me thinking then. So I thought, okay, if he thinks the proper box was with it, it's got to be about. It wasn't in here. I virtually tipped this place upside down to find that, you know, if I were making that mistake. And because I couldn't find anything in here, I thought, no, it's got to have had that box on it and someone's muckled it up to work. But that wasn't the case. So then I went to my temporary storage and had a quick search through the boxes up there. There it was. All along it was there. And I know this, the guy is 100% correct, Jimmy. Hey Jimmy, you can have a laugh at me now. He was 100% correct. I weren't like doubting it. I thought if he's pretty adamant that was on the box, he's obviously right, and I'm going to have a look for it. So yeah, I went up to my temporary storage and there it was, sat in a box. And I know 100% it was off the GS because it's got remnants of, you see that grey primer on there, and there were bits before I stripped this bike down with grey primer overspray on them. So the mystery is solved. Well, I say that apart from the mystery of this one. No idea where that's come from at all. I mean, I do get people come in and say, oh, is this box of bits any good to you and stuff like that. Good chance it's got here like that in a box of parts that people, some people go and sort of tip things out and ask me if I want them first. That's why I've got far too much stuff knocking around that I'll probably never ever use, but I'm thinking that's possibly how I got out of that. it's only because it was sat on the side in here, I thought it was a recent thing. That's why I thought it was for this GS. So, totally and utterly my fault, that is. Totally. So, I may as well leave the box that's on it because it's the same. So, stripping it all back out again. So, I've got a spare. Maybe it'll come in handy for something else that I could have in the future that's wrong, and that could correct it all. So it may come in handy in the future. Let's see. Anyway, that's the my confession of the mystery behind the electrical Sparky box. Anyway, so yeah, I've explained what's going on this week. Hopefully we'll achieve everything, and we'll just pick up little updates in the videos, because I really just want to plow on with it and get this bike finished. And as I said before, I cannot wait to get on to the next bike so we can really get stuck into filming details and everything like that again, and I'll have plenty of time to do so. So yeah, front wheel, here we go. Okay, I've dropped the front wheel in now, just so I can double check and get the correct measurements for the spacer. I've got a big block of aluminium, and yeah, we'll basically turn something down. I'll say it's just resting in. We have got this gap here to fill. That's obviously where the speedo drive would have gone, so I'm going to get on with that, and then we can yeah, I'm going to the disc I'm going to place on, but only with 2 bolts, because I've just ordered the disc bolts. The old ones were a bit rough, so I've ordered some of there. They'll be here in a couple of days, so I can just pop the temporary ones out and put all the proper ones back in while it's all on the bike, so it's not going to hold me up. Also ordered the front brake lines, so they'll be here in the next couple of days. And that's about it. That's about all the remaining stuff that I need. Yeah, end of this week is looking good. Keep them crossed. Front wheel is in properly, apart from the disc bolts, which I said earlier are got to be put in when they arrive. So it's looking like a bike. Well, sort of. It's getting there. So what I've been doing, I've been just going through everything, making sure everything's tight and stuff, just checking over everything, just double checking, triple checking, and just going through it all. I really should give it a clean down now, because it is actually getting a bit dusty. It may not look it, but it is. Doesn't matter how much you cover things up in here, the dust just gets everywhere. It gets under all the covers. So I think I might clean it and continue going through stuff. All the spacers done. I've done that in alloy, done a steel insert inside it. So that's all finished. The only thing is, believe it or not, I can't find the nut. Can't find the spindle nut. It'd be in a special box somewhere. I've had a look online to buy one. I had a look on eBay, and it just seems to be all titanium wheel nut. I don't want a titanium wheel nut at 30 quid each. That's absolutely crazy. So I'll find it and give it a clean up. So yeah, so I'm going to continue going through everything and give it a clean. I think it's time I got this with a little badge on, label, sticker, whatever you want to call it. Right, and get some heat in that as well. we go. Best not put it on upside down, had I? Had that upside down then. That'd be the sort of silly thing I'd do. That's the one. Yes. Splendid. Right. It's amazing how long it takes just going through all the tiny bits. Just double checking everything. I may go a little over the top with that, but I'd rather it be right. It's so easy when your head's like right on it. It's just so easy to miss stuff. So I could just keep checking and checking and checking. I'll get the bolt in here. But we're about there. Tomorrow, I know I was going to do that today, but I was sort of getting ahead of myself with the exhaust. I'm just making sure everything else is all right. I say, when it comes off the bench, I don't really want to put it back on and off and on again. So tomorrow we'll definitely do the exhaust. The only other thing, I cannot find this rubber cover. I'll have to go and have a look at that in that box at my temporary storage, see if it's there. I've looked for some online. Most of them come with the whole thing, and I don't want to buy the whole thing just for a rubber cover. But we'll solve it. Anyway, let's check a few more things. So I'm just taking my time with everything. We really don't want to slip with the spanners right now. Not now we've got this far without scratching it. Sort of why I'm not using a ratchet, because you tend to get carried away with them and start going fast. Or is that just me? Then you end up slipping off. Well, the list is certainly getting smaller now, and there's far less GS scattered all round the shed. So I think tomorrow exhaust. Oh, we've got to get all the oiling back in everything. I'll probably do that while it's on the bench, if I can get at the sump plug, because I think the sump plug's still out of it. No, I can't get at the sump plug. Of course I can't. I will sort that out tomorrow. Yeah, get the final things done while it's on the bench tomorrow. Off the bench, get the exhaust on. Off tomorrow night to get all the paint work. And then up to my temporary storage, see if I can find that rubber cap for the swing arm. Got this side, so hopefully I'll come across that. So I really don't want to buy the whole thing just to get them rubber caps. I've searched a few places, I can't find any bar on eBay, and they're selling the whole thing. But we'll see, we'll solve it. Drop my rag now. We'll solve it. Right, I think I'm going to call it for this video because, like I say, I'm just going through things over and over again, to be honest. Double checking, triple checking and so on. Like I say, the list is getting shorter. It's oils and brake fluids and stuff. The front brake lines should be here maybe tomorrow, maybe the next day. What else we got coming? Oh yeah, the bolts for the front disc. Hopefully we do find that rubber. So yeah, we really are coming to the end of it now, and it feels so good. It does. So yeah, I'm going to call it on this video, but I am going to carry on with little bits. So yeah, tomorrow off the bench, exhaust pipe on, and as you can see, it's looking more and more like a complete bike. Anyway, I think that'll do. Oh, I might sling in my little day out video. I've got 2 videos to do. One's already edited, so I may put them out this week. I've still got to edit this second part of that. We had a cracking day out, as you'll see. And also an update on the van with that gunk that I put into the engine. The van is now up to 600 miles on that stuff, and so far, touch wood, so good. We've lost no coolant whatsoever, so it's holding out. Let's say if that's bought me a bit of time, that's brilliant, which it's doing at the moment. Anyway, that'll do. In the next video, we should have a load more progress. Cheers for watching, guys. Take care.